Hello everyone on the channel after my long absence. In fact, I had little time to devote to the channel and content. Recently, my team of transport enthusiasts and me came up with a new project which is to film reviews or in other words instructions for buses or trolleybuses for new drivers, where we will explain what works and how, and what each button is responsible for. Basically, these are the same reviews as before, averaging 8 minutes, but now they are improved and optimized and more fulful. And now you can hear my voice for the first time, perhaps. We hope that this project will be successful, that you will like it, and we hope for your support. Well, so let's get started. Today's review is, as you can see in the photos, the Solaris Urbino IV Generation 18. This bus was purchased and arrived in Lithuania in August 2018. The bus was manufactured in Poland 2018, the same year. In total, VVT purchased 50 such buses. So now a little about its technical specifications. The bus engine is a DAF MX11 250H3. Engine type is Euro 6, 6 cylinders, and the power is 251 kilowatt and 306 horsepower. Engine displacement is 10,837 cubic centimeters, and the fuel is diesel. The gearbox is a 5 D864.6 for speed and automatic. The bus has 3 doors, is 3-axle, and is 18 meters long. So I think I've said enough about the bus, and we can move on to the more interesting part of the review, the video.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Now, as I said, I will tell you a little about what in the cabin and what the various buttons do. So from 1 to 3 are door buttons, and for example, the first, second and third doors. Button number 4 is responsible for opening or closing all doors. The fifth button controls the first door part, so this means you can open only the left part, only the right part, or all panels of the first door. Button 6 is responsible for raising the height of the bus. For example, when the road is not in good condition, you can press this button and the bus will rise. And when the bus reaches a speed of 30 km per hour, it should descend. Seventh button also lowers the bus, but only on the right side. It is most often used at bus stops to make it easier to get on the bus or bring in a stroller. Using the display in the middle of the torpedo with button number 9, you can use the button number 8 to adjust the selection on the panel, language, turn on or off signal buzzer, and panel brightness. In general, the settings on the display. For example, scroll the slider up or down. Button number 9 is a control for the display in the middle of the dashboard, allowing you to view settings or real-time data about the bus. Lever number 10 activates and deactivates the parking handbrake. It is used to keep the bus in place when stopping or parking, as well to prevent it from rolling away on slopes. The parking brake is usually applied at final stops, when parking and during long stops. It must be released before starting to drive. And the last one here is buttons with number 11 is the gear selector. As I said earlier, the bus has 4 gears. So now we are moving to the left side of the bus dashboard. So the first one is the so-called light selector. Mode 1 is automatic light adjustment. This means that a sensor in the bus determines when to turn on the low beam or daytime running light. Mode 2 is parking light, Mode 3 is low beam, and Mode 4 is fog light. Button number 2 is responsible for heating the windshield. The third button is for the fan in the driver's cabin. The fourth button is responsible for regeneration. Regeneration is necessary when the DPF soot filter needs to be cleaned. The DPF soot filter is a component of the exhaust system of modern diesel vehicles that physically trap soot and solid particles from exhaust gases, thereby reducing their harmful impact on the environment. Fifth button is the emergency signal. Button number 6 turns on the light in the cabin. Button number 7 also turns on the light in the cabin, but brighter. Button from 8 to 10 control the interior lighting with only a slight differences between them. For example, button number 9 turns on the interior lights. First position for bright light and second position for dimmer light. Pressing button 8 or 10 while the interior lights are on, they turn off the lights closest to the driver's cabin. This is the light sensor in the bus that decides when to turn on the low beams or daytime running lights. If it gets dark enough outside or the bus is in the dark space, the sensor sends a signal to turn the low beams on. And if it's light outside, it switches to daytime running lights. So let's move on to the left lever on our steering wheel. Small button number 1 is the horn. The next one is wiper control or windshield washing. You can choose the speed of the wipers. Just turn it and the wipers will activate. If you need to wash the windshield with washer fluid, you need to pull it toward the steering wheel and hold it as long as you want to wash. Number 3 is the turn signal, but you don't need to press the lever, you need to pull it. Left turn, pull down, and right turn, pull up. As you may see earlier, number 4 is for the high beam. You need to press it towards yourself. So it's the Mabitech ICU 602 is an onboard control unit used in buses to manage passenger information systems. It controls destination displays, route numbers, next stop announcements, and other connected devices. The ICU 602 communicates with Mabitech illuminator signs via RS 485, EBIS or Ethernet connections. It can automatically change route or stop information using GPS or odometer triggers. The device also supports audio announcements and can be updated via USB or network connection. Overall, it serves as the central brain for coordinating all passengers' information functions in a public transport vehicle. So now let's see how we can set up a desk wellness public transport. Button number 1 is the power on or off switch. This is the main power switch in the vehicle. It completely disconnects the electricity from the battery to prevent discharge, short circuits and fires, as well as to ensure safety during repairs. Simply put, it is a way to quickly de-energize the entire bus. The second button is the drawbar joint deflection button, which controls the bus trailer. In normal mode, it deflects freely so that the bus can't turn. Pressing the button activates a lock or reinforced control, and the trailer no longer deflects as much. This is necessary for safety reasons, for example, to prevent the bus from bending on slippery road surfaces or when reversing. Button number 3 adjusts the steering wheel and dashboard of the bus. It is necessary so that each driver can adjust their workplace to suit their comfort. The fourth button controls the heater in the driver's cabin. The heater is located approximately at foot level. Panel number 5 controls the air conditioning system. Turn on the heater or conversely the air conditioner, quickly adjusting it for the comfort of passengers and the driver depending on the weather outside. Lever number 6 is a manual brake to prevent the bus from moving. Number 7 is the electric mirror adjustment. The mirror adjuster allows you to select the left or right mirror and adjust its position using the joystick. This feature helps to quickly and accurately adjust the mirror for the driver to ensure good visibility of the road and the side areas of the bus. Number 8 is a charger and power strip. The power strip is needed to power portable electronics, through which you can connect chargers, portable heaters and other devices. So right now we're looking on the panel in the middle of the dashboard. So the first large dial is the speedometer, speed in kilometers per hour. The second large dial is the tachometer, engine speed in thousands of RPM. The fourth small dial at the bottom left is the fuel level. The fourth small dial at the bottom right is the coolant temperature. And the fifth central display in the bus is designed to show information to the driver. It shows important warnings. In addition, the display shows the system errors, maintenance messages, and data on bus performance. Its task is to ensure that the driver immediately noticed any malfunctions or deviations in performance. So let's move on. So right now we will see the bus startup and revving. Here you can see the bus engine, and if you would like to, I could make an engine review, like description and some additional information. By the way, if you would have some questions about the bus things inside or outside, for example the engine or turbine or something like that, or inside about the mechanism parts or something, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Me or our project's members will ask. now let's take a little bus ride. For example, listen to the roar of the engine. This has been Andre A official and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.